Ladies and gents, welcome back to another video. Folks, we are a couple days away from one of the I honestly would like to say probably one of the most hyped characters, who ironically enough is never really a character we thought was ever going to show up, is dropping. Not only him, but we got two characters coming. Now I want to share this with you guys and give my thoughts on this whole situation. I feel like Dark is about to make a comeback in the first appearance of being a meta build, finally. So if you don't know this, when the game first began, for those who weren't here from day one, Dark and Wind were by far the best weapons for Sun Jinu. We used Plum Sword for everything. When Moon Shadow Daggers came in, we used it for everything. West Wind was just the wind weapon of choice. Those three weapons, specifically the Plum Sword and West Wind, pretty much dominated, but we never really had any good Dark Hunters to rely on. SMBek, when he came out, was pretty shit, to be honest. And then they slowly but surely started making him better, but not fast enough. Lim, just garbage. He was garbage the whole time until most recently. And then, of course, we had Charlotte and Harper and Isla who came out. Charlotte and Harper made half the community quit. Isla made half the community come back for specific reasons. And then from there, we just never really saw the resurgence of Dark. Dark just never really had anything until finally recently they brought out a big character, of course, in Song Il Hwan. Not even Minnie was a driver for... not even Minnie was a catalyst to bring people back. So Song Il Hwan was the first real big unit, and honestly I'm a little bit surprised because I thought his impact on the game would have been a lot bigger than it was. I thought a lot more people would have shown up for him. The problem was they didn't situate him correctly in any content, so a lot of people kind of just summoned for him with hype and then really had nowhere to use him, right? Outside of Guild Boss, of course, and a couple of different pieces of content, but that was pretty much it for him. But now we truly have a resurgence in Dark, and I can honestly comfortably say this with pride that they are releasing two big characters, and these characters are coming very, very soon. So let's go over this and talk about the little characters that are dropping here. So first off, Igris, aka Sian Halat. We finally know his human name is coming soon. We obviously know this is his form when he was stuck in the dungeon as a servant to Ashbourne. This was the shadow, of course, as a servant to Sun Jinu, and this was his human form when he first arrived. And then here we now finally have confirmation. Official confirmation. I'm Sun Kihoon. Let's head in together. Our strike squad, the A rank leader of the guild's B team, invites you to join as a porter. Would you like to accept the invite? And we all know he is going to be dropping very, very soon as well too. Now, just real quick, before we even go on any further to the next part, I want to remind folks the content creator program has ended for this season. Is coming back on the 14th. I'll be making a video for you guys to remind you to come join, because this will allow you guys to get additional codes that you may have missed out because you forgot to extend. Shame on you, but it's okay. It's never too late. Next season starts. All you gotta do is resupport, and remember to join the Discord, guys. I'm doing giveaways on a everyday basis, or every season basis, or every season basis. The number one person, BW Panda, shout out to you, bro. Thank you again for being number one. We're giving him $200. Top 100 going from Connor, Makuja, Beef Patty, J Stowe, 3906, Deeps 3400, 2297, Deadlit, all the way down to the top 100 are eligible to win 150. And then anyone who's a supporter, as long as you go into the giveaway, you can win up to 100. All right, now let's look at the next thing. This was crazy. So it looks like for some odd reason, Sun Jinu had I don't know if this is a flashback, a memory, or what this is, of Igris in human form, aka Sian Halat, who honestly still looks like Dracula. If you guys don't know what I'm talking about, you can check out the original video where he's actually wearing Dracula's armor from Bram Stoker's Dracula, the full red garb armor. And he looks like right now he has been surrounded by the army of nobles, plus the army of the kingdom, and they are either, about to kill him or something, and then obviously something was what must be the essence of Ashbourne or something in that nature. Sorry guys, I don't know what that is. I'm assuming that's what that is. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section. Is coming down to either offer him a chance to live and serve, maybe for power or his life. Right now, if you don't know anything about Igris as a character or Sian Halat as a character, he was known as the most powerful human swordsman in his generation and his time. So we are expecting to probably see a pretty strong DPS arrive in solo leveling Arise. So this I thought was really cool. I wanted to share this with you guys because I thought this was a like one of a kind look into what we've never seen before, and I love the Hunter story. So this is going to be a big one to kind of read over, kind of go through. And honestly, Igris is near dear to my heart because he was the only shadow that I really truly liked more than anything else in the manhwa. And I'm really glad of anybody who's getting a story, it's him. Because everyone else we kind of already know about, right? We already know the story of everybody else. He was the first shadow that was first off like arisen as a shadow, as a shadow servant. And number two, he was in a dungeon. We don't know anything else about him, right? So everyone else, we kind of have a backstory. We know where they're from. We know how we got them, you know, the kind of little bit about their past. But this is the first character which I'm super proud of. So if you guys don't know already, just to recap, Igris is going to be a DPS infuser. So when you go into your game, he's going to fill a slot here for DPS, not a striker, not a breaker. He's actually going to be an infuser. So when you go to the Hunter co-op, under the dark section, you are going to see another slot here next. So striker, breaker, supporter, and then you're going to see your infuser here. Now, a lot of people are worried that he's going to replace Isla. He will most likely replace Isla in some content, but that's not really at the moment a pressing matter because there really isn't content available for infusers to really replace supporters except for a guild boss, right? Guild boss is where you're going to see the real high scores go up because of your infusers. But now that we're also giving Sun Jinu infuser skills, you may not see them as much. Now, personally, because I really love the character, I'm still going to summon for him because Igris, to me, again, is good enough reason, number one, to play the game, to start the game, to return to the game, and also continue playing the game. So he is a bonus for that. Now, on top of that, we've all been asking for something else. We've all been asking for a breaker. And as you guys can see with Twitter, because X now provided it, sorry, I call it Twitter, it's actually X now, we now know that officially Sun Kihoon is coming out. They don't say his element, but we know from the leaks that he's in fact going to be a dark element as well. So this begs I'm begging the devs, and this hopefully the rest of the community is give Dark a chance to actually shine in the next WOBL. I know he's like Rock Pass is weak to light. If you go to the story mode, right, you'll see here if I go to story, if I go check out the most recent stories, right, he is actually weak to light. So I'm hoping and I'm praying that we do see right over here, if I go replay, where is it, right here, you guys can see it is light. So I'm really hoping we do see the resurgence of both light and dark, who in my opinion have never really had a fair shot at any WOBL. And WOBL for the new players are Workshop of Brilliant Light, which is essentially your biggest raids where you get your skins and all this other stuff, right? So they never really had a shot at it. So I'm hoping that both dark and light get a little bit of love here and they have an opportunity to actually shine and make themselves known. Now, not only are we getting the dark characters, Sun Kihoon, as well as Igris, Sian Halat, we're also going to be getting 2 dark weapons. So it looks like dark is coming back with a lot of authority here, guys. So I'm assuming a couple things are going to happen here. Number one, dark is going to dominate in WOBL for at least a little bit. Light is still going to be put on the back burner, unfortunately. And then we're going to see, hopefully, water makes some form of an impact on whatever new content they release in February. And then in March, when the hard mode comes out, I think it's going to end up being Sugimoto, and I believe he's also scheduled to be dark, or I don't know what they're going to make him. I really don't, because Antoine's supposed to be wind, right? So we're getting dark, water, no idea, and then wind, and then something else, and then again light infuser and Liu, right? So we're gonna have to see what they make Sugimoto. He's gonna be interesting to see what they do with him. But right now, guys, if you have been waiting for dark to come out of the woodwork and finally shine, obviously that's a weird thing to say about dark, but for them to actually finally get the spotlight and for you to finally be able to say, hey, I can use Sung Hwan for something other than just guild boss and other things like POD, well, this might be the opportunity to finally get them out of the woodwork, get them rusted off, and getting ready for the brand new WOBL that's coming out. So hopefully that's the case. We'll see what happens. It kind of does suck though, knowing that the new WOBL is going to be the easy normal mode, the one that's pretty much a joke every time for veterans, but at least for newer players, it's something for you guys to do. Anyways, guys, let me know what you guys think. Are you summoning for Igris? that's my main thing. I want to know if you guys are summoning. So in the comment section, please leave a comment. Also, don't forget to like, subscribe, put those notifications on. I'll see you guys in the next video. Remember, no Korean live stream. There will be a sharp live stream though on Wednesday, and then we're gonna go straight into the actual patch on Thursday and make sure that you guys get everything you need from a testing perspective. I'm gonna be summoning on free to play as well as pay to win. So hopefully we get you guys everything you need in comparisons and give you guys a full breakdown of Igris, aka Sian Halat, as well as Sun Kihoon once we get him up and ready for action. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Take care, everybody.